So John, Mr. John say, want to tell us about your win against British Gas for libel.
Well, the day bailiff is attended in my restaurant, he said that he's coming from the court and he's come to execute for the court order, disconnect my electric with non-paid invoices. And I asked him to give me a copy of the court order, and he refused to give it to me. And because of that, I didn't allow him to walk in my restaurant. And when I didn't allow him, he telephoned the police, and as soon as police answered his phone, he just said it clearly, "Get your ass here." So that means the police was standing by waiting his call to be come around then. And then little later, police come from the front door and the back door in my restaurant, 6 of them, and they call me they want to talk to me. And when I go to police and say, "What's happening? Why you are here for?" They detain me on the wall and allow the bailiff to come in and disconnect my electric. He made a statement to my customer saying that this chap didn't pay his electric bill, that's why I'm cutting the electric. I made a statement to the judge saying that when the judge asked me, "Did you happy with my order?" I said, "I'm happy your order as much as you made it, but there is things that you haven't made the order." And the judge suggested to me to claim, and once I claim, they will consider it. And that was the cases end up. You know, it's £6,000 they pay me for financial damage on 8 days closure, and the £12,600 for defamatory remark for slander defamation.
And then you're saying you had a case of a conspiracy because with your landlord.
Police.
Subsequently,
Yeah.
they done the same thing again and actually took your property.
Yes.
Your lease.
Yes. Landlord is month ago closed me down for unpaid bills for forfeit my lease, and I have to fight in high court the relief from the forfeiture, which is unlawfully, and same things again. I lost my customer business and I lost my goodwill, you know, same things again.
So because you won, you think they persecuted you because you were successful?
Of course.
And they then became what's called vindictive persecution to take that business some other way, in some other conspiracy. In the same, they were in contempt of court because the court has ordered them not to behave in that way. They then conspired and did it worse.
Yes.
And took your business.
Yes.
And this is a common.
They was clearly after my lease, because my lease was old lease and give me so many rights, which it didn't suit their business purposes. They want me out and put my rent for 5 or 6 times more. You see?
But you lost your goodwill. You built that business and they stole your goodwill.
Yes, of course.
And that's what they do. They give derelict buildings, people put their money in, they develop them, and then they steal them.
Yes, of course.
This is a pattern in England. This is happening to a lot of foreign investors.
Yes.
And you didn't know that this is a system, this is a pattern, this is everybody gets done the same way.
But I didn't know until it's happened to me.
And you're from your father was an MP in Cyprus.
My father he's been chosen to vote to be MP.
You come to England and you must be very disappointed how they get away with it.
I am very disappointed. I was saying that when the police arrive in my restaurant and they detain me on the wall, I asked the police officer to ask the bailiff if they can show them the court order, but they never interested. So there is also showing that they are ready in order to do what they asked to do, which is just to detain me on the wall and allow the engineer to cut the electric. And after when I issued a claim against British Gas, I've been asked them to send me the copy of the court order and they never send it until we are in the final trial in High Court. And the first day when they come to court, they still didn't give me the court order. And when the judge said, Mr. Say, this case is your case, please start, I asked the judge, I said to the judge, Your Honor, I asked these people, look at this bundle, this letter, and that letter, and this letter. I've been requested that they send me the court order, and they haven't sent it to me. So we haven't got the documents that I'm going to be referred to. So how come I can start for negotiating this case? And the judge turned and tell them, tomorrow 10 o'clock, if Mr. Say tells me he got this document in his hands, that's fine. If not, I will instruct this case. I will finalize this case for your loss. And then they give me. And when we are investigated the court order was written with the gas legislation, not electric legislation. Therefore, when they give the instruction to the book, the engineer for the EON prepare for them the court documents. So therefore, they are fully knowingly in conspiracy. You see, that is the biggest evidence for proving that they are in conspiracy. You see, that's what I want to mention.
Who were the conspirators? British Gas,
EON,
and
police.
And even electric, the British Gas doing the electric, but showing you the evidence on the gas.
Yes. No. The British Gas supplier gas for electric. But
Yep.
when they're going to disconnect my electric, they book the engineer from the EON company. And the EON company writing down the documents as pretending to be a court document. But the letter was the gas legislation. You know the format of the letter?
They were trying to mislead the court.
Yeah.
They tried to mislead the judge that there was a warrant when there wasn't one.
There wasn't one.
And it wasn't valid anyway.
It was prefabricated by the EON.
So they
for
misled.
the
It's
British
perjury.
Gas.
You know that's perjury.
Perjury, of course they're
So
perjured.
did the judge realize they perjured?
Well, we explained to the judge after we got it.
Yeah, you
We
did.
investigate the documents,
Yep.
and we realized, which is very difficult to realize,
Yeah.
in electric legislation
Yeah.
or the gas legislation. Not easy to realize
But when
that.
he caught them out with the perjury, that's when they lost the case.
Yes, they lost the case, and the court, the judge asked me to claim further for the perjury and this, that, the
Which
conspiracy.
you haven't done yet. You
Which
haven't
is,
done
I claimed it, but then I couldn't continue because
of your
I
bad
wasn't-
health.
My health wasn't.
So you're still pending. It's still pending.
It's still pending. Yeah.
That's